Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for supporting Tales from the Cult. I want to follow up with Kanye West, my video that I did on YouTube. I want to follow up with the new information that I learned after he had his listening party and the mixed reviews that I'm hearing about it, and so on and so forth. So make sure you go ahead and like the video and make sure you subscribe to my Patreon, Tales from the Cult 777. Let's get into it. So the last time I spoke to you guys, I broke down Kanye West's behavior and how his bad behavior seems to always be blamed on his deceased mother, Donda. And so I pretty much pointed out the fact that his behavior is because of himself, not because of his mother. Responsibility should be taken when it comes to Kanye West and his crazy behavior, crazy posts, his alleged threats to Pete, and just his behavior in general altogether on social media. And a lot of times, like I said in that first video, behaviors like his is excused because he has so much money, but this is dangerous behavior because he does have a following. So I want to just break down some of the things that I thought was a little weird and disturbing. Kanye West made it a company, so he created Donda LLC, which is a Florida-based creative content company founded by Kanye West, named after his late mother, Miss Donda West. So the stem player is called Donda Stem Player, but people have just been calling it Stem Player. But according to my research, it's called pretty much the Donda Stem Player. Okay. And he joined together with this company called Kano. And this company, I believe they're in the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please do your own research. Everything I say is in my own opinion and allege. But this company is a technology company, and they actually created the STEM player, and Kanye West basically made it his own and had them help him develop this STEM player specifically for Donda and Donda 2. And so that was back in 2021. It was in Miami. The concert was held in Miami, Florida at Lone Depot Park on Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022 at 8 p.m. People were complaining that there was technical issues or sound issues, something. It didn't sound clear. The sound wasn't clear. It sounded muffled. It didn't sound crisp and clear. And people who performed there was The Game, Alicia Keys, Pusha T, Travis Scott, Fabio Foreign, Future, Jack Harlow, Migos, and more. Also, DaBaby was there, and Marilyn Manson, who people were saying, wow, that you have this alleged performing with you on stage with DaBaby, who is alleged misogynist. You have these two controversial figures on stage. I don't know. It just seems so weird. Marilyn Manson, whose real name is Brian Warner, he is an alleged who's facing lawsuits from 3 women. And this is according to NBCnews.com. So 3 women have lawsuits against Marilyn Manson, and he's actually fighting those lawsuits now. And Kanye West is promoting him. He has been alleged to be a devil worshiper as well. Kanye West allegedly is a devil worshiper as well. Although he portrays himself to be a Christian, he has said publicly and in songs many times that he sold his soul to the devil, unfortunately. So I can only go by what he say, what he's doing, the imagery I see, the behavior that I see. He needs to take accountability because he is a celebrity and he has a large following. Some would say it's a cult following, and they would do anything he says. Okay. There were actual girls who took a picture. They were women. They took a picture, white women, and they had "Rest in Peace Skeet" on these shirts, like kind of spray painted, like as if he was dying, or they're telling him "Rest in Peace Skeet." And Skeet is allegedly the derogatory nickname that Kanye West have named Kim Kardashian's boyfriend, Pete. There were technical issues. I heard a few people complaining online. There were also people complaining in several articles. Again, please do your own research, but people were saying that during the second half of the show, these celebrities were performing. It did not sound good. Also, there was disturbing imagery. There were burning houses. The live concert premiered for the IMAX theaters in about 15 cities. And when he was performing, I saw that he burned a church, and allegedly he then burned himself, put himself on fire. So I really don't understand this imagery. Many people have said that Kanye West have a religious cult because, first of all, it's invite only. These Sunday services are invite only. He don't normally live stream them or show them publicly. He only did it for Coachella back in 2019, I believe. But typically, from my research, it said that it's invite only. And not only that, I noticed that they all wear the same uniform, the same type of outfit. It just reminds me of when I was in a Black Hebrew Israelite cult. It looks like it may be a cult because of how secretive it is, how isolated it is from everybody. It's kind of closed to the public. So I looked more into the STEM player, okay? I looked more into the STEM player. And I'm like, what is this thing? What is a STEM? Like, I don't understand. What is this? Okay. Because it really wasn't any instructions. They're starting to put more information on the website. So I want to kind of go over what the STEM player actually is, what a STEM is, how you play the darn thing, and what I saw from my research. STEMs are pretty much individual sound fragments that makes a full song. So what Kanye did with the STEM player is it allows you to play individual or isolated parts of the song, so you can just hear the vocals if you wanted to, the drums, the bass, and samples. You can hear those all individually. You could add effects. You could save it, you could download it, the playback. You could download the mixes that you make. You could pretty much customize it or customize any song. Okay. The STEM player ships with Donda. Again, this was released when Donda was released, and Donda 2 will be on there now. And you could split any song into those stems that you see, which is that circular stem player, and it has the touch sensitive lights. Those are where you control either what you want to hear, the vocals, the bass, the drums, or the samples. You know, it's kind of like, to me, it's a toy. It's not really something I see long term. They said he may have a STEM player app that will be more convenient, where you don't have to actually go to a website. He was supposed to drop Donda 2 on 2/22/2022, but he didn't. Okay. Nothing dropped at midnight. Not only that, it didn't even drop until the next day. They didn't get no music. So they just bought a $200 STEM player and there was no music there. I don't know if you can download other music. You more than likely have to buy it. I'm not sure. I don't have the STEM player, so I can't tell you how that process goes. But what I can tell you is that you have to download it. You have to plug it into your computer and download it that way. He only had four songs, only have 4 songs when he finally dropped Donda 2, which was February 23rd of 2022, is what I'm hearing. Okay, I'm gonna say allegedly, but that's what I'm hearing. He actually dropped it on February 23rd, 2022, instead of 2/22/22, like he was advertising and promoting. He's performing at Coachella with Billie Eilish, not together. They're doing it on separate days because remember, he had called her out and he thought that she had shaded Travis Scott at her concert because she took care of one of her fans who allegedly was having an asthma attack. She helped him out, and I think she said some type of comment like she takes care of her fans. She never said Travis's name allegedly, and then Kanye put on a public Instagram post calling her out, tagging her, talking about, you owe Travis an apology. He deleted most of all his crazy posts on Instagram. And Kim Kardashian just came out and told the court that she needs to be and she desires to be and remain legally single because now Kanye West is causing her emotional distress. Now, I'm sure a lot of people know what this is going to lead to. This is going to lead to her, if she wants, get full custody of those kids. um I don't know if she would do that, but if he doesn't calm down, because he's still, as far as I heard, he's still making threats to Pete. Only 4 tracks released from Donda 2 on the stem player. Those who bought the stem player and listened to these 4 songs, that they said these songs sound like it's unfinished. It seemed like it has potential, but it's just something, it's not hitting that mark. That's what a lot of these reviews said. It's not hitting that mark. Okay. And particularly, they said that about Kanye's verses. Now, this album, his entire Donda 2 album, was produced by Future. People are saying Kanye's verses, and particularly the song as a whole, it doesn't seem like it's finished. It's unorganized. They don't understand it. Some songs, it seemed like it's a hit, but it's just something missing. It's something missing. Okay. And some people are forcing themselves to like it because they like Kanye. Security, Pablo, Open Road, and We Did It Kid, for that $200, that 200 plus dollars. If you downloaded it, you listened to it, let us know what you think about the music, not the stem player. I'm pretty sure the stem player is a cool device to play with and all that, and it's really innovative and so creative. But I want to know about the music. Okay. How does the music sound as a finished component, as a whole? I'm sure people are going to buy it as soon as they get some money. As soon as they get a little money, people are probably, more than likely, people who couldn't afford it when it first came out will buy it. I'm sure of it. It's not worth it to me. It's just not worth it to me, especially when he only have 4 songs out. Y'all paid $200 plus for a stem player. You didn't even get it on the day that Donda 2 was supposed to drop out, the day it was promoted. You got 4 songs on February 23rd, 2022. There wasn't any apology. There wasn't a heads up. He had the listening party on February 22nd, 22, but he did not drop the album that night on the stem player. The next day, he dropped it on the stem player, only 4 songs, like I said. And that was Security, Pablo, Open Road, and We Did It Kid. And those songs, people were saying, were kind of mediocre. Maybe one sounded, okay or decent. It's just a shame. It's a shame too, because I saw that he was in a lawsuit with a black tech company who's claiming that he stole their idea, and he promised them something. He didn't fulfill that promise, allegedly. He broke the non-disclosure agreement, allegedly, and they went and sued him for about 20 million, I believe. I do have YouTube basic lessons as well, where I break down the YouTube basics to get you to 1,000 subscribers and to hopefully get you on the YouTube partner program where you can start making money. So I go through what the YouTube studio is, I go through how to make a YouTube account, and I break it down in simple terms. Okay. So if you're interested in that, make sure you go ahead and join that tier. I will see you guys next week. Peace.